I'm going to go ahead and read the emergency announcement while Gay's getting everything up. In the event of an emergency evacuation, an alarm will sound. Everyone should exit the building by the nearest stairwell in a safe and effective manner. Do not use the elevator. Once you reach the main floor, you'll see the exit signs. Exit the building quickly and be aware of emergency vehicles.
Mr. Chairman, you have 20 members present. Commissioner Bennett is the only absent member tonight. We have had a problem loading some of the information after we imported the agenda from the Budget Committee. There are a couple of items that are on your agenda that you cannot view in your packet. Rhonda is making copies of those to distribute to you, and I believe that they are item number 8. And it's just the attachments. If I understand correctly, it's the resolution open records policy. So she will hand paper copies of that out so that you will be able to view those, since they will not show up on your computer screen.
That didn't come from the budget.
No, as I said, the problem came after, that was loaded. Is that the correct?
It's this one right here. The 9.
Oh, from the budget.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was incorrect. It is item number 9 that came from the Budget Committee, the resolution number 170515. She will have the information regarding that resolution to hand out.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right, we do have a quorum, and we've read the emergency announcement. The chair will now entertain a motion to set the agenda, set tonight's agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I move to set the agenda as published.
Chairman Moon moves we set the agenda as published. Is there a second?
Second.
Register on your screens, please. Okay. Now, is there discussion? Seeing none.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Archer.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it on there. Mr. Archer, do you wish the floor? Let me get your mic on. Folks, you're going to have to bear with me. I have my eyes dilated and I can't see anything. Go ahead, Mr. Archer. Oh, Mr. Archer, you didn't?
Did I what?
Mr. Moon, Commissioner Moon told me you wanted the floor.
I did.
Okay.
Said
Well, whatever. All right, so if you're in favor of setting the agenda, please vote yes. If you're opposed, please vote no. Please vote.
Mr. Chairman, there are 20 yes votes.
20 yes votes, the agenda is set. Next item is public input on items on the agenda. Does anyone wish to speak to an item that is on tonight's agenda? Seeing no hands, we'll move on. Next item is approval of the agenda minutes from April 11. Chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Carter.
Second.
Is there a second? Register your second, please. Now, is there discussion? I'm looking and I don't see anybody's. All right, please vote yes if you are in favor of the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, there are 19 yes votes and 1 abstain.
19 yes, 1 abstain. The minutes are approved as printed. Next item is the consent calendar and the reception of minutes from committee meetings. Receiving of the minutes from the committee meetings. Chair will entertain a motion to move the consent calendar and to receive the minutes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Lewis moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Carver seconds. Now, is there discussion? Seeing no discussion, we ready to vote? If you are in favor, please vote yes. Moving the consent calendar to the main agenda.
Mr. Chairman, there are 20 yes votes.
and the consent calendar moves to the main agenda, showing no unfinished business. Under new business, item number 1, all I show is budget transfers. I don't show any. Is there anything under item F1?
No.
Okay, F2. There are some things, but that's coming up later. So we'll move on to item F4. Appointment of Lloyd Hanson to the Veterans Affairs Committee representing, I'm sorry?
I think,
Yeah, I'm not showing anything. I can't see it.
okay. Debt service budget.
Okay, we're going to
Increases
back
and
up to F, 2A, I'm sorry, yeah, 2A. I'm not showing it on here.
Okay,
It's-
if you'll hold on just a minute, let's get you the agenda from Angela Lee.
Yeah,
Paper from the budget.
thank you, Rhonda. I don't know how many agendas we're working off of here. Let's see.
Okay, you went from consent calendar down to,
Should be right here. Yeah. Okay, we're on item F2A, debt service in the amount of $150,828,900. $150,828,989.85. I can't see it. Could be a big mistake because of my eyesight tonight. Okay, Chair will entertain a motion to move this forward.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Lewis is our second.
Second.
Commissioner Carver. Now, is there discussion? I'm looking to see if anybody's coming up on the board. I don't see anybody. So are you ready to vote? Bring up the vote screen. If you're in favor of moving this item forward, please vote yes. If you're opposed, vote no. Please vote.
Mr. Chairman, there are 20 yes votes.
That item moves forward. Next item is under Highway, $350,000. That's the purchase of a paver. Chair will entertain a motion to move this item forward.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Kaler, is there a second? Gary, did you second Gary?
I'll second it.
Okay. Commissioner Farmer seconds. Is there discussion?
I did. Just do it again.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. Now, there we go. We got it now. Now, is there anyone wish to speak on that? Bring up the vote screen, please. If you are in favor of moving this item forward, please vote yes.
Mr. Chairman, there are 19 yes votes and 1 no vote.
That item moves forward. The next item is under General County, soil conservation in the amount of $15,608, I believe $18. Educational assistance. Chair will entertain a motion to move the item forward.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Where was it? Oh, Commissioner Bowers, is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Farmer.
Commissioner Moon.
Oh, Moon, I'm sorry. Chairman Moon. Now is there discussion? All I heard was on this side here. Okay, bring up the vote screen. If you are in favor of moving this item forward, vote yes.
Mr. Chairman, there are 20 yes votes.
That item moves forward to the main agenda. Next item is under General County Emergency Management in the amount of $25,085. If you are in favor of moving this item to the main agenda,
So moved.
Commissioner Carver, is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Lewis, is there discussion? Board is clear. If you are in favor, please vote yes.
Mr. Chairman, there are 20 yes votes.
20 yes votes. That item moves forward. Under item 3A, this is the other budget items, interlocal agreement to purchase for the Spillman failover server. That's the E911, I guess, department. Chair will entertain a motion to move this item to the main agenda.
So moved.
Commissioner Carver, is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Kaler, is there discussion? Don't see anybody on either board. If you are in favor of moving this item forward, please vote yes.
Mr. Chairman, there are 20 yes votes.
That item moves forward to the main agenda. The next item is item B, the TDOT contract for the Denso Access Road. Chair will entertain a motion to move the item to the main agenda.
So moved.
Commissioner Carver, is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Lewis, is there discussion? Looks like both boards are clear. If you are in favor, please vote yes.
Mr. Chairman, there are 19 yes votes and 1 abstain.
That item moves forward. Next item is a little litter and trash grant that we do every year. Chair will entertain a motion to move this item.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman Moon, is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Lewis, is there discussion? Both boards are clear. If you are in favor, please vote yes.
Mr. Chairman, there are 19 yes votes and 1 abstain.
That item moves forward to the main agenda. The next item is item D, the Victim Service Coordination Grant for 3 years. The Chair will entertain a motion to move the item to the main agenda.
So moved.
Commissioner Carver, is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Lewis, is there discussion? Both boards are clear.
Commissioner Carter.
If you are in favor, vote yes, putting it on the main agenda.
Mr. Chairman, there are 20 yes votes.
That item moves to the main agenda. The next item is item E, the Community Corrections Grant. Chair will entertain a motion to move this item to the main agenda.
So moved.
Commissioner Carver, is there a second?
Second.
Where was that? Commissioner Stinnett, is there discussion? If you are in favor, vote yes. If you are opposed, please vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 20 yes votes.
That item moves to the main agenda. The next item is the appointment of Lloyd Hanson to the Veterans Affairs Committee. Commissioner French, is there a second?
Second.
Chairman Moon, now is there discussion? If you are in favor, vote yes. Sending this item on. Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't know you. Hang on just a minute, everybody. Let me get your mic on there, Commissioner. Go ahead, Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to recognize Mr. Hanson and ask him if he'd like to address the commission.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, hang on just a second. Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I'm a member of Blount County Memorial Post 5154, and I hold a number of positions with the Veterans of Foreign Wars. I'm a national officer, I'm a state officer, I'm a district officer, I'm also a post officer. I've received various appointments throughout my brief career of about 17 years, and I know the honor and the importance of an appointment, and I am honored to be considered for this appointment. I've done a little research. If you're going to take a job, you should know what you're going to have to do. The Veterans of Foreign Wars, the office here, the Veterans Administration Office, has about 12,000 veterans in Blount County. Veterans of Foreign Wars throughout the state of Tennessee has 18,450. Just an FYI for you. I understand about $42 million have been brought into this organization due to the efforts of the VSO that we have presently and his 2 staff members. I'm also a recipient of that. I'm 100% permanent total disabled, PTSD, Agent Orange, Parkinson's. I understand I've only been in Tennessee about 7 years, but about 6 or 7 years ago, I think that revenue number was only about 16 million. I've worked with Nathan before, and I've come from 2 different states, and I've never, ever seen a service officer as good as he is. And I've dealt with many, and I've dealt with all of them across the state of Tennessee. Again, I'm just honored to be considered for this appointment, and if I do receive this appointment, I can guarantee you I have 3 principles that I run by: honesty, integrity, and professionalism. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service. All right, if you are in favor of moving this appointment forward, please vote yes.
Mr. Chairman, there are 19 yes votes.
And that item moves forward. Next item is confirmation of the county mayor's appointment to the Planning Commission, Roy Gamble. Chair will entertain a motion to move the item forward.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Bowers, is there a second? Commissioner Farmer, is there discussion? Both boards are clear. If you are in favor, please vote yes.
Mr. Chairman, there are 19 yes votes and 1 no vote.
That item moves forward to the main agenda. The next item is a confirmation of the resolution to approve the Memorandum of Understanding between the Blount County Highway Department and the cities of Townsend, Louisville, Friendsville, and Rockford. Chair will entertain a motion to move the item forward. Where was that? I'm sorry, I couldn't. Oh, Commissioner Caskey. Is there a second? Commissioner Melton, now, is there discussion?
Wait just a minute, let me find. Okay.
Both boards are clear. If you are in favor, vote yes.
Mr. Chairman, there are 20 yes votes.
Next item is Resolution 17-05013, resolution approving compensation for members of the Blount County Legislative Body. Chair will entertain a motion to move this item forward. Commissioner French, is there a second?
Second.
Where was that? Commissioner Caskey, is there discussion?
They need to push their buttons.
Okay, and Commissioner Monroe, let me get your mic. The motion, I thought the motion is, oh, it's not on there. Hold on just a second.
Mr. French, and then second.
There we go, now we got it.
Okay.
Now go ahead, Commissioner Monroe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me pull this resolution up real quick, sorry. This raises the pay from $405 to $450, and then also an additional $200. I'd like to strike the last the paragraph that reads, "Be it further resolved due to significant preparation and research that members should complete for the agenda committee meeting, each member shall be compensated $200 for attendance to each agenda committee meeting and." So move to strike that.
So we have a motion to amend. Is there a
Yes.
second? Motion to amend and second. We are on the amendment only. Is there discussion on the amendment only?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Pardon me, you want, go ahead.
Okay. You know, I personally am not going to vote to give myself a pay raise. I do personally put a lot of time in this, and I understand that some people do, and they want to be compensated, but there's such a thing as public service. And I volunteered to do this knowing what the pay was, and I certainly didn't do it for the pay. And I think going from 405 to 450 is plenty, so that's why I moved to strike that extra $200.
Okay, anyone else? On the motion to amend only. Board is clear. Are you ready to vote on the amendment?
Okay.
Any other one person wish to speak to the amendment only? Okay, ready?
Ready to start?
Okay, if you are in favor of the amendment only, please vote yes. If you are opposed, please vote no.
Mr. Chairman, there are 5 yes votes and 14 no votes.
And the amendment fails. We're back on the main motion. Back on the main motion. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to the main motion? Okay, I'm trying to find them here.
Commissioner.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to find it over here.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Commissioner French.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll speak to the main motion. The reason I bring this motion before this body is you can read in the resolution several of the reasons I bring it forward. But in doing a little research, we are the 11th most populous county in the state. 8 of the 10 counties who have a population larger than we do, their compensation package exceeds Blount County's. 4 out of the 4 surrounding counties, that is Monroe, Sevier, Loudoun, and Knox, all 4 of those counties, their compensation package exceeds Blount County's. Only one of those counties, Knox County, the population exceeds Blount County's. 2 out of the 2 counties that every time an issue arises, we are compared to, which is Washington County and Sullivan County, both those counties, their compensation package exceeds Blount County's. One of those counties has about a 30 to 35,000 less population than we do. There are 44 other counties in the state whose population is way below Blount County's, and their compensation package exceeds Blount County's. Folks, we're putting in the work. And I think we deserve to be compensated for it. I've been on this commission 16 years, and I agree with Ms. Monroe. I didn't come on this commission to get rich, believe me. And even with this resolution, I don't believe we're going to get rich. I just feel like we need to be compensated for the time we spend. And it's due time, I think. So, one final point I'd like to make is 32 of those 54 counties that their compensation package exceeds Blount County's, 32 of those counties have a wheel tax. So I just think it's time that we are compensated for our work, and I think we put it in, and that's why this resolution is before you tonight. Thank you.
Let's see, Commissioner Caskey, let me get your mic on.
Mr. Crowe.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Commissioner Crowe, let me get your mic on. Crowe. Go ahead. I keep turning it on, you keep turning it off.
Okay, there you go. The light didn't come on. I agree with everything Commissioner French said, and I am proud to have served on this commission. I think this commission has done a lot of good things. There is no doubt the compensation is nowhere near. So I agree. My problem is that I would like to see this go into effect on the next commission. So I could support it wholeheartedly if it was for the next commission, but to vote myself a raise is hard for me to do because I think we need the buffer of the people, because we're making laws and changing them, and that wasn't in this election cycle. Again, it's deserved. I am so pleased with some of the people that Blount County has elected. I'm impressed. They're worth 10 times what you pay them. But I just have trouble voting myself a direct raise. Thank you.
Commissioner.
Aaron Miller has requested.
Yeah, I'm looking at two different lists here, folks, and they don't jive. Yeah, Ms. Miller, go ahead, Commissioner Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I can't in clear conscience vote for a pay raise for myself. I think it's a privilege to serve on this commission. I did not run here for money to be compensated. I would do it for free. It's a privilege to serve the people that voted me into office. It's a lot of work, and I appreciate the time I'm having to be able to serve this community. I ran on a platform that I did not want to increase spending, did not want to increase taxes. And since I've been on the commission, our recording has been taken away from the public. They're no longer a cable service for our citizens to watch our meetings, which I would rather see this money be put to that, for our recording to be brought back to the citizens. We're here to represent the citizens, not ourselves. This body at one time voted down an agenda meeting, completely shut it down, did not let the public have their opinion. I cannot, in clear conscience, vote for any kind of pay raise. Thank you.
Commissioner Akert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I agree that I would have a tough time voting to increase my pay. But I believe this is very misleading the way that it's worded, when the net result is, if we do what we're supposed to do, our salary would go from $405 to $650 per month. That's better than 35%. I definitely disagree with the way that this is being worded to accomplish that. I absolutely can't support voting for a 35% pay increase. Thank you.
Commissioner Carter.
Being that Commissioner Akert wants to talk about percentage, even if we do by chance pass this, we will still be in the lower 10% of the nation as far as county commissioners go. And it's not like we all came in here to make money, because if you did, you are here for the wrong reason. But the bottom line is, it is what it is. And what it is we have one of the best counties in the nation, and we're one of the most underpaid counties in the nation. And that's just what it is.
Okay, I'm looking at both screens, and I don't see anybody else that wishes to speak. Is there anyone else wishing the floor? All right, if you are in favor of the original motion, moving it to the main agenda, vote yes. If you are opposed, vote no. Please vote.
Mr. Chairman, there are 9 yes votes and 10 no votes, 1 abstain.
Item fails to obtain a majority and fails to move to the main agenda. Next item on the agenda is the resolution. Let's see, where are we here? Resolution to adopt the written public records policy. Item number 8. Chair will entertain a motion to move this item forward.
Chairman, I move we move it forward.
Chairman Moon, is there a second? Commissioner Farmer seconds. Is there discussion? Commissioner Monroe?
Excuse me, point of order.
I'm sorry, did you wish the floor?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Chairman Moon, and then Commissioner Monroe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I would ask you to ask Commissioner Caskey if he concurs with the change on the price per black and white copy from 50 to 15 cents.
Commissioner Caskey, you concur? Okay, who
Mr.
else?
Chairman, would you please ask Member Kaler if he concurs with the change from 50 to 15 cents on black and white?
Commissioner Kaler, do you concur?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I do.
Mr. Chairman, would you ask Member Hinkle if he concurs with the change from 50 to 15 cents?
Mr. Hinkle, do you concur?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's
right.
time that was set. More research was done. I consulted with a media attorney, also had conversations with the Open Records Council, and it was prudent to go back and change that, and I was going to, in order to do that and not have to call another, we didn't have time for adequate notice to do to have a call meeting of the ad hoc committee. So I believe now we have 4 members out of the 5 that concur that change is made. We covered 36 points, 36 decisions that were made. Mr. Garrett, the county attorney, reviewed the document, made some small changes. Don't really believe they're material, but we've concluded our work, and this is the recommendation of the ad hoc committee. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman Moon. Now, Commissioner Monroe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I certainly agree that it shouldn't have been 50 cents. And I too had done some research and checked into it and was appalled that it was going to be 50 cents.
We covered that.
And I'm not allowed to respond to it?
Go ahead, Commissioner.
I'd like to know when in the past a recommendation from this committee came and it was changed before it was brought to this body. Has that ever happened before?
Chairman Moon, you wish to respond?
Mr. Chairman, I believe when a member brings a resolution, the first name on the resolution is the sponsor. And I believe in constructing that resolution that it's the sponsor's responsibility to make any changes, set forth anything for this body to consider. Is this unusual? Yes, it is unusual. Is it the right thing to do? I believe it was the right thing to do. We're under a time constraint to give the rest of the county departments and agencies time, if we adopt this in May, to be ready, be geared up, and to have their systems ready to be able to fulfill what's required in this policy. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any further, Commissioner Moon?
Yes.
Commissioner Monroe?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, it's certainly very interesting the way this was presented to this body. But I want to know if perhaps we should have something in this policy that any of the offices that don't want to participate, all they would have to do is send this, if they want to adopt their own policy, if they could send the chairman a letter. What's to say that next month one of these offices wants to adopt their own policy? Right now it says it'll apply except for the Sheriff's Office, the IDB, and the Smoky Mountain Tourism Development Authority. So what if an office or entity wants to opt out of this and adopt their policy? We need to amend this perhaps, or something needs to be put into effect. Notice to the chairman that they wish to adopt their own policy. Something needs to be said in here that so that those offices have that opportunity if they wish to. Thank you.
Chairman Moon, you wish to respond?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The member has a good point, but the statute is clear. If part of Blount County government, if they don't expressly exempt out, they're covered by default, July the 1st. And I know that there's been an effort, even the Election Commission is quickly doing research because of their pricing schedule. But they still, Mark Goins' office is in Secretary of State are grappling with this problem now. If they're a Tennessee resident and they show proof of residency and they make a request, they're going to be bound by the fee schedule, which we adopt July 1st, is my understanding of the statute, and that was consultation with two different attorneys, Mr. Garrett and another attorney. So we had the ad hoc committee meetings, we did adequate notice. The public, and I hope the rest of Blount County government understands, there are offices though, fee offices like Register of Deeds, the clerk's office, they're exempt by statute. They have certain things that they have a fee schedule for. And also the Elections Commission is checking into that. And if they find out that they need to opt out, in the May meeting or the June meeting, they can come and contact a commissioner and ask them to bring an amendment to this. Just because we pass this in May's main meeting doesn't mean someone can't come and ask for it to be amended. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm sorry. I hope that answers the member's question or concern.
Thank you, Chairman Moon. The board is clear. If you are in favor of moving this item to the main agenda, vote yes. If you're opposed, vote no. Please vote.
Mr. Chairman, there are 17 yes votes and 3 no votes.
That item moves to the main agenda. Item number 9, resolution number 17 is 05015. Resolution to approve the Memorandum of Understanding for Mutual Assistance Agreement between Blount County Sheriff's Office and the Pellissippi State Community College Police Department, I guess, on the Blount County campus. Chair will entertain a motion to move this item forward.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Lewis, is there a second? Second. Where was that? Commissioner Carter. Now, is there discussion? Both boards are clear. If you are in favor of this item, please vote yes. If you are opposed, vote no. Please vote.
Mr. Chairman, there are 20 yes votes.
That item moves forward. I do not show any announcements or Does anyone have a statement for tonight? I don't have any announcements. Are there any announcements?
Mr. Chairman, one quick.
Hang on, Chairman, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank Jim Hinkle and Mr. Hammondtree both for working on the ad hoc committee. It did take some time. Their opinions, they contributed, and I want to thank both of them publicly for serving. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Commissioner Monroe, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I keep looking at the MO thinking,
In order to prepare better for the agenda committee, I was hoping that whoever puts together the packet for the budget committee could go ahead and start emailing that whole packet to us, because it's hard to have to go online when there's all these different items and download each document one at a time. I was wondering if that could just be emailed to us so that it'd be easier just as one document.
did you get that, Rhonda?
Rhonda doesn't handle it.
Oh, you said budget, didn't you?
Well, I said whoever
Whoever did.
I would assume that'd be the mayor's office, but I don't, it would be nice if we could have that because of this new system. I used to
I had
download
trouble.
it and read it, and it takes a long time to click on each item and open each individual. You know, it would be nice to just email the whole packet and open it up.
I had trouble downloading the attachments today myself, so I understand that. We're still trying to work some of these bugs out.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, the board is clear, and I have no other announcements. This meeting is adjourned.